We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler. But again, just 1 yard out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Mostert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Back to the running game with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Down and 12.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Crowder. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Check. 40's mine. 40's the mine. 40's the mine. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 40's the line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak.
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
He rifles one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
6-0 our score after one.
With the score, Steelers 6, Ravens nothing.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
4 more yards.
That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
27.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Chris Boswell.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The 21-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On second down, here's Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
6-yard line.
Let's go, D. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. Let's get off the field. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
30-yard line.
We won it. Come to my world. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the slants. Watch the slant. 18.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
For the field goal, a 57-yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Out to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. On the move to his left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And Jackson throwing once more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jamison Crowder, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
For the field goal, a 26-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
The 43-yard line.
Down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Jackson now off the bootleg, steps away. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews.
Pass.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 46-yard line.
On the option, Jackson will keep it. The quick feet by Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Mostert fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Mostert.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
At the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. This is Mostert. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Mostert. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. To look that way, we'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They'll run with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And they'll try to run the option here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. An even 90 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from taking the lead. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead.
Ravens 14, Steelers 13.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Nifty move. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
51 to Mike, boys, 51.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
The pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
The Steelers.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
It's a run with Mostert.
They're going to try and run. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to act.
That's caught inside the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 70 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
At the Steelers' 3-yard line.
Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4.
Jackson's pass.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3.
They'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
Steelers 19.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Now it's Patterson. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Complete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And the 11.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love